Our next guest says if you want to avoid stress, and there's one place in particular you should avoid for lunch. Where is it, and how we can reduce the stress in our lives is the subject of today's People Pro.
That's right.
Yeah.
She knows. It's Barb Bartlein, and she is the People Pro. She's also a therapist, relationship expert, and author. And today she's here with her top 7 simple steps to stop stressing. Good to see you again.
It's good to be here. Well, you know, we got to keep the stress down.
Keep it down.
Yeah, because stress is bad for our health.
And our bellies.
And our bellies. That's right. We pack on the pounds and the cortisol. Yeah, absolutely. But you know what I find? A lot of people create their own stress.
I do that.
I know I do it too.
Yeah.
And sometimes just simple steps can eliminate the stress.
Okay.
I like that.
So let's break them down. 7 simple ways to reduce your stress. I'm not sure when we're going to tell where to avoid to eat, but you can tell where. I think it's number 5, so you got to wait for it. Number 1, though, wear comfortable clothes. How easy is that, right?
But people don't. People wear stuff that's too tight, stuff that's itchy. What about the women that walk around with a pantyhose that's too small? You know, where the crotch is down by the knees.
Oh, it's so uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
It is.
And it makes you crabby. Long enough.
It makes you crabby. It makes you feel uncomfortable. You don't feel right. And if you look at your closet, if you're like me, you wear pretty much the same stuff over and over again.
Absolutely.
Get rid of the stuff that doesn't feel good.
And wear flats more often.
Yeah,
Oh,
I agree.
absolutely.
When we're not doing the show, I'm only wearing flats.
I only wear like wedges and flats nowadays. It's not worth it hurting your feet anymore.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The next thing that you say is always be prepared to wait, because that's the thing. I'll schedule my time so tightly, and then it's like I have to wait, and it's like, oh, I'm stressed now.
Hurry up and wait.
You know?
I like to schedule time to wait because then I'm not stressed out. You know, so I get to the airport early. I pick up my People magazine. I pick up my coffee. I go to the doctor's office. I want to wait. That's why they call it a waiting room. I want to be there.
So mentally prepare to wait.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. In fact, I get a little irritated if I don't have to wait. It's like I feel like saying, you wait for a while. I'm busy here reading the magazine.
I like that.
And anyways, what's the hurry? They just take you from the big waiting room and they put you in a little waiting room.
It's true.
And now they take away your clothes. No, I don't like the whole thing. I'm ready to wait.
I like it.
Number 3, say no more often.
Oh, don't you think women have a hard time with that?
I've harnessed that power. I'm good at saying no.
Good. Yeah.
And I'm still a work in progress, but I've gotten so much better at that.
Yeah, I think that's one of the keys. And you know, you don't need to make it complicated. You just say no. You don't say no and here's why. And, you know, did I tell you what happened to my mother and all these other excuses? You just simply say no.
Do you guys want to do dinner tonight?
No.
See? How easy that was.
We got it. We got it.
It's that easy. And
Unless
it feels
you're
good.
cooking.
I told Molly once, I said, you know it's good to say no when no feels like freedom.
Exactly.
Yes.
That when no feels freeing, that's when you should say no.
And that's the litmus test for saying no. Is if you say no, you're like, phew, then you should be saying no.
De-stress, Barb.
Yes. When should you prepare for the day?
Always the night before.
There you go.
Have everything put out. I always put out my
Kids
calendar.
too.
Kids
too.
Especially
Put your kids outside.
Yep.
And they need to learn. They need to learn how to do that early on.
Yeah,
you know?
I totally agree.
But I like the clothes out. I like my day planned. I even will have my coffee mug out. And if I have a real busy day the following day, I like it so literally all I have to do is get my cup of coffee and walk out the door.
Yeah.
You get this number 5.
Easy. Number 5. Oh, where should you never eat lunch?
At work.
Did you hear cameraman
At your desk.
Everybody does
Yes.
at work.
At your desk. I mean, and people do it. They work all day and then they sit down for lunch at their desk.
I eat at my desk every day.
Every day she does.
No.
I eat every day at my desk.
No. Stop.
Why?
Okay.
Give us a why.
Because you're not getting a break. You know, the scenery is the same, your posture's the same. Get up and walk around. Go for a walk for 15 minutes, then eat, whatever. But get away from the desk.
There are some ladies here at the building. They meet in our atrium area where you can see outside, and it's kind of, you know, picturesque. Is it okay if you chat with a friend at work and you sit in a different place and maybe you've got something pretty to look at? That's an exception.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Just get away from your desk.
So it's just not at the desk, all right?
Yeah.
That's the number one place.
And here, number 6, when should you leave work?
How about at quitting time?
How about it? Who does that?
You know, it's become this sort of this badge of honor. Like if you stay longer, I look at those people now and I think, boy, you're not very efficient. I'm getting out of here. And you know what? You're not getting paid for it. Get out.
Yeah,
and
you're
there's
not really getting anything for
always
it.
something more to do. You want to butter up the boss? Make cookies, but don't stay late. Go home.
I like that.
The last one, number 7, stay away from who?
Energy suckers. Stay away from those negative people that bring you down. Always got
Toxic.
some. Yeah, they're toxic. They drain your energy out. They increase your stress.
And what's the litmus test? How do you know if somebody, this might sound like a dumb question, but how do you know if somebody's an energy sucker?
One of the tests I always think about is this somebody, when you call back, you try to do it when they're not home?
Or when you know you'll get their voicemail, that's what you mean, right?
Right.
If only you could like send voicemails where you know it won't ring. Somebody's got to create that.
Right,
Where you can
right.
just send a voicemail like you called, but you never called.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah, and then you kind of freak out if they pick up.
Yeah.
Because, you know...
Crud, now I got to talk to
You're
her.
like, you weren't supposed to answer.
yes.
You never answer.
You just want credit for the call. That's all you want. You don't want to talk to them.
Then they are energy suckers. And
Knock
you wrote
them
a
out.
book specifically on this. Barbara's got a lot of great books. One of them is Why Did I Marry You Anyway? She's also got a book about energy suckers and something like 75 tips to a happy marriage without things you can do without your spouse knowing it.
Yes.
But go to thepeoplepro.com. She's got great newsletters there, great tips and great books and a way to find out more about her. Great to see you.
Thanks, Barb.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much.
All right.